New game. World name. Belgium. We're going to leave on the intro task and narrative. Not turn on creative mode. Start. So I believe, they do talk about this being a voxel generated world, which to me, I'm assuming means a randomized procedure world. Not everyone gets the same one. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Although I think there was a field in there for random seed. So I'm assuming the random seed is being used.
Welcome, operator.
Hey, Carl.
I'm Carl, your facility management artificial intelligence. This resource-rich moon has been selected for the Foundry initiative with the goal of converting it into a manufacturing hub. Construction work has already started, and many teams, just like us, have been deployed with their initial assignments. Our task is to establish mining and smelting operations to ensure a steady supply of essential metals.
I'm worried that this might cut him off.
My goal is to assist you in setting up this factory. Let's run a few basic checks before we get started. Open your map to check your surroundings.
Open your map. So, now this did just recently come out in early access, but I did like that. I did like that it says open your map. Cool. How do I open my map? I got a task, 0 of 1, view map. Press F2 for detailed information. User interface. I mean, I can see at the bottom right corner there that there is, which I'm covering. There's a bar behind me, and there does appear to be a map type looking thing. Well, you can see it here with an M. But unless I missed it, and maybe I did because I was distracted right then, I was like, didn't actually tell me how to open the map, but okay.
Fantastic. There are several ore patches in the vicinity. Equip your ore scanner from the inventory and use it to locate the ore patches.
Equip your ore scanner from your inventory. And again, it's like, it doesn't actually tell me how to do that. Yeah, I could move myself up above the bar, but I'm not sure that we're hiding anything important. There. Okay, tab does switch the bars. Oh, it looks like behind me, it looks like there's a B for backpack. Yeah. What happens if I do move myself up? Are we happy with this? Let's find. I mean, we still have the sub marker as well. I have to move everything. There you go. But it feels weird that in the actual text for the tutorial, it doesn't mention the hotkey in there, right? The UI complaining starting. Well, that's the tutorial complaint. The UI actually seems really clean. There's an auto sort button behind. No matter where I put my head in this one, I think it's going to be covering something. I mean, maybe in that far corner, the bottom left corner, maybe it'll be there, but we'll just move on for now. We'll see. All right. Equip your ore scanner. It's okay. I'm going to drag that onto my toolbar. And then use ore scanner. So I'll hit 5. And then click.
To get started, approach both of the ore patches and mine some ore.
Okay. So I have some sort of hand drill over here. Put it directly in the middle of the screen. Now, how's this volume? Because I just boosted the entire master volume. It's possible that these sounds are too loud. I can make some additional tweaks. This part's a bit high? Okay, that's what I thought. It was feeling a little high to me. So what I'll do is... I'll bring down the sound effect volume. Like that. Leave the voice line. It looks like we can go put it over 100%. But we'll do this. Oh, okay. My goal was to mine 100, which I have done. And then there was another ore patch right over here. Oh, let's try the blue stuff. I hear it's delicious. Oh, no, it's the gray stuff that's delicious. I'm forgetting my Beauty and the Beast. Wobble and chair for mining.
Great. Now that we have an initial supply of ore, we need to smelt it into plates and rods. Go back to your drop pod and use the built-in smelters to create your first crafting materials.
Roger, roger. I do like that you just click here, insert that. That's going to start grinding away. We got some plates. Cool. Click there. Excellent. Already we got some smoke and pollution going on. Wonderful. Let's strip mine the rest of the planet. You didn't quote the movie, so Disney can't claim your channel. Or it looks oddly like Bismuth Crystal Foundation. Oh, that's true. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba. So we got to spelt at least 10. We're going to let the whole thing go, but at 10 I can pick it up and advance our questicle over here. There we go.
Now that we have basic materials available, we should start crafting building blocks which act as a foundation for other buildings. To do so, you need to open the crafting menu and click the desired items. Then,
again, it should
place
really
them in
have a
the
little
shape
thing
of
that
a
shows like
platform next
C.
to one of the ore patches. The
Right
orange
there.
ore will be in higher demand. I suggest starting with that.
All right, craft 30 building blocks. Place it next to a thing. Okay, so our building blocks are over here. We get 10 at a time, so I'm going to click 1. Oh, I was going to say 2, 3, but I didn't actually have enough for everything. There we go. That'll bring us up to 30. Place it next to the mining pods. It said we'll need more orange, so we'll do that over here. And then the other thing, I think it's something that tells you if you just right-click, it'll go into building mode of the thing. You don't have to actually put it on your toolbar. So we got a bit of an edge here. I don't know if I should put it here or lower on the ground. Let's put it right over here. Place at least 30. So, and it does give you a little counter, which is nice. There it is. There's 30 in a 6x5 formation.
To automate ore extraction, we need to set up a drone miner. Craft one and place it on top of your foundation right next to the ore patch.
Okay, craft a drone miner. Well, I'm going to probably need more material, so let's take that. Let's take that. Craft a drone miner recipe. Okay, needs ferrite plates, machining parts, electronic components, which I'm hoping... Well, that's interesting. I was going to say, I'm hoping it queues those all and builds them automatically for you. And it is. I was expecting the bottom left corner over here to fill with like several queues, but it sort of is nesting it. Which is kind of nice, actually. Huh. Drone miner. All right, place it on the foundation. All right, so I'll do that. It does show us that there's going to be a panel somewhere. I guess we'll face it this way. Oh, it tells you how many mineable ore blocks are in range. I gotta say, that's pretty nice.
Drone miners and most other buildings require power to function. Let's build a biomass generator on the same foundation as the drone miner. Once built, you need to harvest some plants and trees with your mining drill to collect biomass. Insert the biomass into the generator and it will start to power all buildings on the same foundation as the generator.
I kind of like the fact that the paint around the edge of the foundation blocks goes around the building we constructed. It looks nice. Such a little touch, but it looks nice. Okay, biomass burner done. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build another couple of stacks of building blocks here to give us some more space. Because if it's anything like literally every other game like this that's ever existed, you're going to want more space. There you go. Okay. Biomass burner. Okay, it's got a panel as well. I'm going to put this one right here on the edge of the platform on the other side. And look how it changes the terrain. Look at that. Or not the terrain, but the blocks. That's what lake. Mine 20 biomass from vegetation. Death to trees. Oh, this part I always enjoy. We got 14 biomass. These chunks. Ooh, dirt. Okay, no, these things must be fading out. Yeah, they're just here for flavor. Okay. Some games you like chop down a tree and then you mine more from the sub bits. Can I patch this? I keep hitting tab to open my inventory. I might be able to rebind keys. Yay, we patched it! I wonder if the grass will regrow. Okay, we have biomass. Trying to use tab. There we go. I have deposited biomass.
Acquire your first automated ore. Aren't they beautiful? Anyways,
look at the little droney boys.
Let's build a smelter next.
Look at them. They're so cute. Okay, smelter. Crate, smelter. Okay, there's probably some more bits and bobs still waiting in here. Yeah, okay. It is done, though. We don't have enough. We might have to manually feed some things in here. And indeed, we do not. Now, so I want to build the smelter. It looks like I don't have enough for the machinery parts. It doesn't tell me which raw materials I'm missing. I mean, presumably I can go here. So machinery parts need xenoferrite plates, which is the orange stuff, which is being mined automatically right now. So if I come over here and take and do this, there you go. That should work. Remind of Carbot's StarCraft Protoss probes. Oh my god! They kind of do! Now, I don't know how many I'm short of. Oh, that was enough. Okay. I'm going to keep using tab for my inventory. I don't want to rebind the keys. I don't even know if you can currently, just because early access, sometimes you can't. In some games, you never can rebind. All right, I have a smelter. So I guess I'll put it next to this for now. I don't know how easy it is to, like, tear down and rebuild. Okay, got a panel. I want it to face me. All right, I'm going to put it over here. So I'm assuming we're going to build a belt between these guys.
The smelter is more
keybinds here
than the inbuilt drop pod smelter, so you should start using this from now on. Another benefit is that we can automate the smelters to make our life easier. For this, you need to connect the drone miner to a smelter by using loaders and conveyor belts. Let's start by crafting the required machines. 2 loaders, 1 for the smelter and 1 for the drone miner, as well as a few belts to connect them. While you're crafting those, I will notify Mission Command on our progress.
So, Prinjadil asks, so this is a lot like Satisfactory.
Curiously,
listen!
I find myself unable to make contact with Mission Command. It could be a technical anomaly. I shall persist in my attempts.
Oh, what a surprise. We can't contact Mission Command. There's never been another game like that. All right, we'll take the rest of these places. Oh god, I triggered him. Okay. Craft 2 loaders, craft 20 conveyors. Loaders. 1, 2. We only get 2 conveyors per go, so we definitely need a bunch more materials. Actually, how am I doing on rods? Okay, I still have tons of those rods. So it is the plates we're mostly waiting for, which we are now producing. Good. I wonder if I can... What happens if I right-click? Oh, doing a stack of 5. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oh, the docks have the drones have to recharge. Okay, we're definitely mining a lot faster than we're smelting. So it wouldn't surprise me if what we're actually looking for is to scale up our smelting pretty quick, which makes me think instead of running the lines in parallel, we'll probably run a conveyor in front, maybe behind. I don't know if behind will work. It might be a little bit in the way. You know, I'm already thinking about, like, how do we scale this up? I don't even know how to, like, tear something down yet. I wonder if I can just use the mining tool on something. Okay. Construct. So I need 1 more tick of conveyors just to finish the quest. I mean, I'm sure we're going to need a lot more as we go, but...
You have the machines necessary to connect the drone miner to the smelter. Now, attach a loader to each machine and connect them with conveyor belts.
Okay. Attach a loader to each machine.
The mission control link remains non-responsive. Our objective is near completion, and immediate guidance from Mission Command is required.
The labeling here is very nice. Building. Belt. I wonder if it's too close. Oh, we're going to find out. Okay. Now, Kith. Oh, are they... I wonder why they're different colors. I mean, is that just the color that it looks like when it's attached to a smelter? Maybe it's because of the material. I was going to say, because, like, this sort of vaguely looks like it matches the color of this. But I think what it's matching is the color of the material it's making. This is kind of brownish. Huh. Okay. Conveyor belts. Cool. Okay. I have to view InfoDB tutorial task for production line. First production line.
We connected the machines and have automated the tedious process
Hang on, I'm reading.
of moving items by hand. Isn't automation great? Now it's time to scale up and build more smelters. A single belt full of ore can feed multiple smelters using the power of loaders.
4 smelters, yeah.
The info database has a diagram if you need one. A loader only adds enough items at a time to a machine to ensure it doesn't stop. This makes it easy for you to have multiple machines fed by a single long belt.
All right, so what I propose is that we put in some more flooring. And I think, as well, I'm going to put the building blocks, or maybe the conveyor belts, on my hotbar over here. I wonder if the conveyor belt needs to be on a foundation. I suspect not. Actually, the image we were looking at just now, it didn't look like it did. So I'm going to stretch this out a bunch. Out of curiosity. Oh, F. Demolish. Now, I'm assuming I get all the shit out of it, too. Let's find out. Is there more than 100 xenoferrite? I did certainly get the smelter back. And yeah, we can have multiple hotbars, as I keep finding out, because I keep constantly hitting tab to try to go into my inventory. We do have a flashlight. Oh. Thought there was some sort of critter over there, but they're just my mining drones. Okay, so let's F this, F that, F this, F that. All right, good. Actually, I might leave that there. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to build another couple of these building blocks. Oh, I didn't mean to right-click all. Oh, yeah, that does cancel. Swell. Okay. What I'm going to do is extend this to here. And the plan will be we'll run the conveyor belt behind. We're going to have the smelters just ahead of this. So I need to build 2 more smelters, although I don't have enough material for that, but that's fine. And then... And I might have to build a little something just so that we can walk in front of this, but... Oh, hold on. I just realized the loaders, I think, hang a little bit more. Although that might be okay. Let's see what happens. So we'll have this go out here and see what it feels like with the overhang. Oh yeah, but you're not... Well, that's actually okay. This, that, there. It's not unloading. Oh, am I out of power? No. Oh, the loader might need power. There you go. There you go. Little block underneath the loader, and now it's unloading. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, you guys are so smart. So we need more loaders and everything too. Hang on. I'm gonna go and load in that stuff. There you go. So both these are now making these plates for me. And so we'll build another loader first. This isn't going to be grabbing from the belt right now because its inventory is full. So it doesn't need to be grabbing anything. So it'll look like it doesn't work, but that's just because I manually loaded a bunch of crap in here. This little ridge isn't necessary, but it's going to feel a lot better to walk around So I'll need to broaden it later. I'm betting we're going to pave the entire world at some point, but for now that's going to do okay. Okay, so as these keep producing, what we want is 2 more smelters. Okay, here's what I'm proposing I'm going to do. I'm going to go and whack more of the blue rocks over here and feed them into this machine, because at some point I'm sure we're going to need more of those rods. I don't know if, I wonder if the bots mine these surface ones. I guess even I can mine down. Maybe these little surface extrusions are mostly there to make it easier to spot for the user. Right? Well, I think it said that each of these miners can supply about 4 of these smelters. So, I mean, we're going to want more miners at some point because you always want just more in these games, right? Yeah, I'm actually wondering if we're out of the other rods. I would like to see... So Factorio does do this. It will show you... Unless I'm wrong, but I think Factorio does this. It'll show you the amount of raw materials you need for these things, as well as the fabricated ones. Because right now it's like, well, I don't know what I'm missing. Okay. Oh. I'm getting those backwards. Use other button? The other button. Right button. Oh, you're talking about those, yeah. Okay, for that, yeah. I thought you were talking about for the UI thing for a second. We're out of go juice. Go. It's working again. Excellent. But yeah, I must need the rods because I have a bunch of these plates now and nothing is happening. So I'm happy I went ahead and got this going here. Now this doesn't work anywhere as quickly, so that's okay. There you go. 2 more burners. 2 more inserters. I'm going to right-click to get a stack of extra conveyors. Okay. Whee! Yeah, like, I mean, I get it. This is sort of like drop into the machine, pick up from the machine. But I was also thinking like drop it into my inventory. I'm probably going to do that a lot for a while. So there maybe is an argument to be made that maybe the icons could be different because there is some room for interpretation there. There's also an argument to be made that I'm simply an idiot. You know, both these things can be true.
Our initial mission of setting up a
you got to design for the idiots of the world.
We've done a great job, haven't we?
What's this we shit, point, Carl? Carl, I don't see you helping.
Blocking our communications. I think we'll have to improvise. My archives contain a blueprint for a research server. Through material analysis, I should be able to provide an emergency beacon blueprint. Let's get going and build a research server.
Okay, but first what I'm going to do is build... Oh, no, you do need more of the... You need rods for the building blocks, too. Okay. I'm actually wondering if I should ignore what Carl is saying and set up a mining and smelting area over here. Right? Right? Actually, maybe I'll do it on the far side just to keep some room around this landing location. Yeah, when I think about the buttons, it's like, when I look at them, it's quite clear, but when I'm on autopilot, the one that's just like the down arrow just makes me think, like, when I'm on autopilot, it's like, oh, I'm taking this to my bag. So I want the full mineable blocks. Hang on, this isn't even overhang, which is interesting. Well, it's got little X's. This is what making me think. Can I build on this without ruining the mineability? That's interesting. All right, I'll just put it here. Because then it'll allow me to put a loader on there. Actually, I can just have the loader maybe going sideways out of this. Because the autosave cut down. It's very intimidating. And then I don't have. So, take not a lot of rods. One, 2 loaders. Oh, and I will need a little something for the mechanical parts, which probably means. I wonder if I can take that last piece out of there. Oh, I should really build the generator first, actually. All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to do a little more manual mining. Going to get the last of these little extruded bits and then feed them into there. Drones have limited mining range to consider when placing miners. Yeah. So it's like pretty clear, like where I put this isn't going to cover the entire thing. But we'll call it good enough for now. I have tons of the plates now, which makes sense. Look at this little Minecraft block of stone in here. How adorable is that? There you go. Biopyrite. So that's going to be enough to at least get my mining happening. Boop. It's a really cool little building animation. All right, you got tons of fuel. Robots, there you go. Charging up, heading out. Good. Now, I got 2 loaders. Yeah, loader's not going to do much until we get a smelter, but we can get things set up anyway. Do that. And then set that up over here. Grab a little conveyor belt. Nice. All this. Back into here for a moment. And can we build a smelter? Yes, in fact, we can build 2. Whee! Goes. All right. So now we're getting rods being made automatically. I will set up the second smelter for it as well, which again it can take 4, but I might not bother quite that much right now. Connect platforms, share power. Yeah, I'm betting we can actually make probably power cables later, so we don't actually have to connect the platforms themselves. In fact, there might be so much power. That we got overkill. Although it looked like when something was stopped earlier, I think it might have stopped consuming the power. I don't know. So we do have a second smelter. What we need is one more inserter, yeah? Yeah. Or loader. Inserter. This isn't Factorio, Quill. Alright, there you go. You 2 are going. Let me go and build a little extra standing spot there. I'm having to stand so awkwardly close to not fall down. There we are. There we are. Okay. Craft a research server. It might be under a different category, I suspect. Yeah, there's a science category. Research server. Done. Place it on a foundation. Okay, we'll probably go and build it on the other foundation. Whee! Bounce. Why do gamers feel the obsessive need to jump everywhere? Does it feel faster? I think that's kind of what it is. I think it feels faster. I blame Quake. Yeah, get that bunny hopping. All right. Research server. Requires 200 kilowatts. Oh, it's quite large. Happy I built a larger area. So this is definitely beyond where I've gone. I ran the tour. I did the first little platform and set up the first smelter pair, and that was it. Oh, this whole block is out of power. So,
to advance in research, you will need to build science packs. Craft a few by hand and insert them into the research server to research the emergency beacon blueprint.
Yeah, I know how this works. I played Factorio. All right, we need some robots to clear the forest for me automatically. All right, we got power. Now, let's create 3 science packs. I don't have enough for anything. Okay, here we're actually out of the rods. Which is not what this is for, but there we go. There we go, hitting the wrong buttons again. Go collect some of our rods. Bounce, 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 bounce. When we create the inanimate carbon rod, the true hero of our story. 1, 2, 3 science packs. As requested. We've got to figure out how to bunny hop. I think I could bunny hop. What I could never do consistently is rocket jump. I mostly just blew myself up a lot. Research emergency bacon. Okay. Whoa, tech tree! Whoa! Whoa! Tech tree, baby! All right. Okay, we have things. Emergency beacon. By placing emergency beacon, we should be able to reestablish communications with mission control. Start that, and we'll insert the third bit there. There you go. 3 made, 3 inserted. Research the bacon. Blowing yourself up with a rocket jump is the way to rocket jump. All of you fly everywhere. Strain power. Oh yeah, we are at our max over here. So yeah, if we did combine the two, because that one over there's no way it's using the full power of the burner. But I can also just build a second biomass burner over here, which is I think what I'm going to do first. Spoiler, look up. What the? Whoa! Look at that thing! Okay. That's a good one. That's an acceptable spoiler.
We now have the emergency beacon blueprint. Craft it and place it, but not too close to your existing machines. Those rescue parties tend to land right on top of the beacons.
All right, craft the emergency bacon. 5x5 blast resistant. All right, not too close to the base. Let's go here. Call for help. Press button. Where's the button? Click.
Great. Now you might want to take a step back and look up.
Yeah. So here we would have done the look up anyway and be like, what the heck? There's a whole thing up there.
A real groundbreaker.
Oh, shit.
This corporate command companion bureaucrat bot, C3BB for short, will help us establish a connection with Mission Command.
Look at him!
Let's help him out of that drop pod
Oh my
by
God!
deconstructing and placing it in a safe location.
Why are the robots so adorable? Did you say deconstructing it? Dismantle the drop pod. Place C3BB hub. Do I have that in my inventory? I do. Oh, and it's smaller. Oh, okay. I didn't say that had to be powered, but I kind of want it on my platform over here. I think I want it right here.
Welcome to the ground C3BB. We have activated this emergency beacon because we are having trouble communicating with mission command.
I have my volume on my own end set too high. This thing's so fucking cute. I mean, so gosh darn cute.
Spontaneous explosive disassembly. That's extremely troubling. What now? Are we trapped here?
It does look kind of smashed up.
That aligns with our disaster
Mallard!
contingency protocol.
Thanks for the Hawaiian pizza.
C3BB, initiate a thorough analysis of the incident. We'll integrate your extended blueprint archive with our research servers and construct a self-sufficient manufacturing facility capable of providing emergency aid.
That sounds great. Does it just wander around being adorable? I can interact with it. Hold on. Wait. Hold, I can pet the robot. Chat.
Indeed, I do wonder about the universe, but let's focus on not getting lost in it, shall we?
Can we name the bot? Looks like no. Okay. Sorry, I don't have a task going. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. We can summon it to here. Do more research. Yeah, I don't have a job. Oh yeah, there is a task on the robot. You're right. It's got the exclamation mark.
You're right. We need a machine that is able to craft common items.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have the blueprint stored. Let's go ahead and research the assembler. You're right. We need a machine that is able to craft common items. I'm glad you have the blueprint stored. Let's go ahead and research the assembler.
5 science packs. Whee. Man, okay, these things really go through the biomass pretty quickly here. Wow. Yeah. Actually, they may have been full. They might have a capacity of 100 rods anyway, so they might have been completely full up. 1, 2, 3, I believe we're missing. I mean, I should probably just queue up a bunch of them because I suspect... Well, we'll probably be automating their crafting soon enough. Oh, did I not start? Loading these in as they come out. Lego. You start wandering in? Okay, so if ever I lose my little bot, I can just hit the button. All right. Well, let's just go around and collect things. Oh no, they can fit more than 100. It might have just been a coincidence that it stopped at 100 rods. Or maybe there was a cap of 200 of those plates, and maybe it's less for the rods. I suspect, yeah, I'm rapidly filling my inventory with plates. I could go and put down a couple more smelters for the rods. I think I will. While we've got a moment, as the research is researching, let's craft 2 more smelters, 2 more loaders, a few more conveyor belts just for good measure, and a few more. Okay, assembler's been unlocked, which is there. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna set 5 of those going on, but finish this first. Smelters. Can I click and drag to hook? Good. All right. So I'm assuming, yeah, there's a follow-up here for our little questicle. Hello.
Great. The assembler will serve as the foundation for mass producing the most commonly required items. Gone are the days of handcrafting.
Yeah, handcrafting's for losers. Sorry, I'm just setting a timer here.
C3BB has been able to establish a limited connection to the space station and will try to extract useful information. Meanwhile, we should focus on scaling up. Right. For more advanced research, we need to increase our materials science knowledge. Our goal should be to develop a more advanced science pack. But don't underestimate the worth of the other blueprints. Early analysis indicates that mission control has already been gone for quite some time, so I don't think we're in a rush.
Okay. So, let's keep paving the world. That always seems like a good first step. We're going to be putting some assemblers over here. No. Oh! Shift F. Switch to bulk. Demolish. Drag. Oh, okay. Click and then... Hey! Okay. Very cool. So... Assembler. Put it on here for now. They're pretty big chunky boys. Let's leave a little gap around the outside for loaders and shit. Let me just start with this one. Okay. So what I'd like to get you to do is... Yeah, and see, here's the area of the game where I'm going to be like, I really want this to be a top-down 2D game to route all this stuff for the production. What we need to do is we need to start automating the intermediary bits, because I'm assuming this doesn't do the whole thing. Like, if I tell you to make science packs, I can feed you the rods from those smelters in the other place, but these machine parts, we're going to have to build. So, what I'm going to want is, say, way over here. I'm going to want this one to make machine parts for me. Right here. Which needs xenoferrite plates. We might start to make use of crates for, like, buffers, which I'm assuming we can do. We got a handful of those going. Now, we're currently not set up for unloading from this, which I don't know. This will probably just unload from the other side. I wonder if you get longer versions of these loaders so that I could put one here and have it connect to the belt, like, out there at some point. Oh, crates are manual. Got to research the automatic ones. Boo. Okay. So much for that dream. So for now, let me just extract from this one because it won't really be in the way from anything else. You go and pick up some more of our little rods over here. You get second lane loaders, third lane loaders. Yeah. I figured probably, because otherwise things were going to get pretty unwieldy and untenable. It's like a planet over there. Look at that. Although, seeing this just is making me think of Planet crafter. Okay. Yeah, let me just grab these rods. And then head back. Oh. Did I make the loaders? I could put it on the side right now, but let me just do this. So, with you, I guess we can have you guys face for now. Oh. Hold on a sec. That's interesting. So they have a toggle button for intake versus output. Ah! Okay, so it is the color intake, output, intake. All right, it has nothing to do with the material necessarily. So if I had to put down a crate, I'm guessing what it means is there's no way for me to attach a load. It doesn't count as a building for loading purposes. Well, these are out of curiosity, but I'm assuming you're probably right. If I do this. Yeah, intake, no building. It doesn't count as a valid one. Okay. Are the resource deposits limited? That's a great question. My assumption is yes, but I suppose we don't actually know. Oh, they are digging down. Yeah, so at some point I'm assuming this is just going to be a giant crater. So I'm betting we'll also get splitters and things later on. I mean, that's gotta be the case, right? So right now, what I'm gonna have to do is set up a separate output, let's say from here. And some more loaders. There's no way they don't give us those later. That again becomes an output. Oh! Wrong thing. This needs rods, which are gonna have to come from the other place. So I think we're gonna have to assume we're gonna need a few more of those. Let's get a stack of conveyor slopes as well. We need to get our rods from over here. I think what's going to happen is... Is it faster to go the other way? Yeah, it is. I couldn't remember where these things were kind of relative to one another. Good, that works. Oh, we don't get to move along the conveyors. Oh, and then I have to push the buttons to flip their mode. It's got little arrows on the top too that invert. That's very nice. Little visual indicator of what's going on. Uh-huh. All right. So what I need to do is get those rods coming in here. Now they're gonna be at different heights. So that's why we've got the slope thing. Looks like that's kind of aligned. Building works pretty well. Hang on, I can turn off snapping? Oh my god! Oh! Okay, I'm still on the grid. But I don't have to be attached to a building. There it is. Okay. Now, how does a slope work? All right. Worked fairly well. There we are. We probably get like logistics and splitting pretty quickly, I bet, because they're rapidly going to be important. Oh, you're out of power again. Yes, you are. Kill the trees, kill the trees, kill the trees, kill the trees. So, do we think we're going to get bot harvesters for biomass? Do we think we're going to get solar power? Do we think we're going to get fusion power? Going to be some or all of those things. I wonder if I hold shift or control or something, if it'll just go like load half. Automated greenhouses for the biomass. Could be that too. Right now I'm not looking too closely. I don't know which one of those are guesses versus in-game knowledge. So we're just going to leave it as a cool little question mark now. Okay. So you are now producing science packs. Yeah, we didn't really give ourselves enough room here, but it's okay. There we are. Sign packs go. I guess we didn't actually select a research. Oh, character improvement. Oh, it's always nice to improve oneself. More inventory slots. Okay. Basic infrastructure. Logistics container. Storage building that can be automated with loaders and conveyor belts. Well, that sounds useful. But that needs... Okay, science pack 1s. Why is this one yellow? Maybe they're just color-coded for different things? Explosives, science pack 2s. Core, containers. Ah, conveyor balancers. Okay, so let's go for basic infrastructure. A little bit crowded. You got all your inputs are okay. Power's there. Now, what we can do is we can build more of these little sciencey thingies. I think is exactly what we should be considering now. I wonder if we can if they do the same science. Probably one user interface sets them all. But it doesn't have to be that way. They do eat a lot of power. They eat a lot of power. Still, I'm going to build 2 more. I guess I have to drill some dirt. Me, I'm a dirt farmer now. Good crop this year. Oh, I need the front bit as well. So that we can power the loaders. I say this whole thing where you just right-click in your inventory to like start building with that without putting it on your toolbar. Surprisingly useful. Oh, we're not going to produce enough science quickly enough. Right. I mean, I could also craft some by hand, but that's not... So did you stop? You're still going. Yeah, okay, well let me join in the science crafting fun. Ore scanner upgrade for ignium. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. By double-clicking, it's just showing me the view of everything that descends from this. That's really not a terrible idea. Huh. So well, we should test to see if there's research queue. It doesn't look like there is. And it doesn't let me, say, click on the burner generator here and, like, queue up all its prereqs. So I'm going to start researching this. No, it just changes from one to the other. No research queue at this time. Expand smelters.
Okay, math genius. If it takes 8 small smelters to fill up a conveyor belt, then we'll build 8 for each metal ore.
Yeah, could we get to, like, automating the power? That would be real nice. Unlock ignium. Oh, that's coal. Ooh. Because, yeah, then if we can detect coal, set up coal mining, and do that for our power, that'd be all kinds of all right. Stop killing the innocent trees. The trees had it coming. Just standing there, menacingly. Don't trust them. So it looks like the most this can take is 100. Alright, so that's producing again. Good, groovy, wonderful, excellent. So yeah, we have a little extra quest for some more production, so be it. There you go. Yeah, so this isn't actually doing anything for us currently, because what we need is a crap ton more of this, and really none of that is going to make sense until we get the load balancers and things. So actually, in the interest of not having these things consume extra power, I'm actually going to go and get rid of them for now. Because, yeah, this is really slow production. And then I'll just load those science packs back in here. The belt's overflow past full machine. Yeah, the machines only take up to a certain amount. That seems pretty clear. Things don't consume power, then they won't work? Okay. I wasn't sure about that, so I guess I didn't have to worry about it, but it's fine. Now, is there a way for us to access, like, the quests from this guy? Can I get them on the screen somewhere? You just want me to have 16 smelters, which, sure. But again, I think we want the balancers and the logistics crates before that makes sense. I guess I can start prepping. Really need more materials, which means actually I need rods is what I need. They're still coming down here, but I suspect there was a bunch probably sitting in those machines. Yeah, lots. Tons. We're really not consuming them very quickly. Well, you had 0. Are you not getting enough ore? Almost 4 smelters per one of these. Maybe there was a little bit of a backlog with the power drain. Anyway, 4 more. Oh, I have building blocks. I'm like, I have tons of plates. Didn't realize what I had a bunch of were the building blocks, not the actual raw plates over here. Get a bunch more, and then build 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. Now, conveyor balancer is done. Great. Yeah, the burner generator over here does seem like what we want to go. Okay, so it's a direct line from the ore scanner to the burner generator. I'm still wondering about the container, because this one... Oh, this cannot be automized. It's just a larger container. But at some point, presumably, will lead to some sort of automated one. But okay, I'll do the ignium ore scanner, and then the burner generator, and see if we can make our burninating, power generating a little less frustrating. I mean, it's not frustrating, it's just tedious. Is where we're at right now with power generation. I mean, it becomes frustrating. Let's get a nice broad area, and then I'm gonna drop. Now, they talked. I think they said it takes 8 of these smelters to fully saturate a conveyor belt, but I think based on what it was saying earlier, it's 1 miner for 4 smelters. So I think we'll need a second miner for each one of these as well. But right now I'm just going to try to advance, just clear that little quest and see what it says afterwards. So I don't think this is doing anything for us. But it does mean we'll be prepped for some expansion, and that's not a bad place to be. Go. Turn in. Complete. Whee! Whee!
You're right. This will provide a good supply of plates and rods. But given the task at hand, soon we might have to scale it up even further.
Oh, I'm betting we will.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves and just take a moment to celebrate this victory.
Yeah, people have been obsessed with making these first-person versions of these factory building games, but there is something about sort of top-down view for planning these large structures that might still prove a limiting factor for me. But for other people, a lot of people will prefer the sort of more immersive first-person view for building this stuff. But I mean, I started with Factorio, so I really enjoy that. That might be something that'll be hard to overcome. Let's see. Those nicely powered up. So our other tech is to unlock Science Pack 2s. Those. Drop those in. Sorry, are you not producing? No, you are producing. It's just really slow. Reminds me of your thoughts on the third-person variant Dyson Sphere project. I mean, Dyson Sphere does have a little bit of some like top-down view modes and things like that, which is really good. I like DSP a lot. Dyson Sphere project or program, whichever one it is. What I did find very enjoyable. I haven't gone back to play it since they added the robots, the enemies, so we'll see. A lot of people rush flight. And that's the thing. With this, I was going to say, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a jetpack that gives you a bit of a top-down view. It'll be interesting to see how the placement works and something like that. If there's blueprints or not. These are all things I don't know the answer to yet. Oh, I can queue up research over here as well. I don't have to go to the actual machine. All right, well, for now, let me just make sure I keep powering my platforms. Oh, and actually, the other thing I can do is handcraft a few more science packs. Although it's possible the science isn't being consumed faster than it's produced. Maybe I should just put down a second machine. Maybe I'll do that. Try DSP with Dark Fog? Is that a mod? Sounds moody, I like it. me go and replace this extra research server. And yeah, it looks pretty clear to me like there's no reason to go and set up anything on the loader for it. Oh yeah, you are sitting at 0. Yeah, what we need is more than this really does produce really slow. But yeah, I feel like without the balancer, it's just going to be annoying to have more than one of these around. Oh, Dark Fog is the enemy faction. Oh, okay. Cool. Sure, so if you have to play only one game for the rest of your life, what would it be? That is so hard to answer, because I do get kind of bored a lot. There's a high possibility it might be RimWorld, though. Because I feel like there's just a lot of replayability. It's tough. I'm like, would it be Civ or U4? Man, I don't know. Yeah, RimWorld with mods, especially. And it's a little cheating because it can kind of transform it into so many different games, but yeah. Even vanilla would be pretty good. I actually say RimWorld more than Dwarf Fortress. I think Dwarf Fortress is a masterpiece, but RimWorld has more variety possible. As of the ideology expansion. Oh, we have no research. Dude. As of the ideology expansion, it really feels like RimWorld has more variety in replayability than Dwarf Fortress. To me, Dwarf Fortress can feel a little samey. I guess sometimes one does leak through. Well, maybe if I've got no production queued. But I think, yeah, all I'm going to do is just remove that. Not a huge fan of voxel worlds, but it definitely makes sense for a factory game like this. I agree. I haven't played that many voxel-based games. First of all, this is really beautiful voxels. And secondly, it does kind of make sense here. Obviously, it makes perfect sense for something like Minecraft as well. It's just Minecraft hasn't been as much of my vibe. And I was one of the people who bought Minecraft in the super duper ultra alpha days, and I think I paid 10 euros for it way back when, and then didn't put that much time in it, which is too bad because I probably could have made my cajillion dollars as a yubtubber for Minecraft, right? If I'd gone down that route. Yeah, it is probably worthwhile us connecting these foundations. Now, I'm wondering, that probably is still counting as connected, right? And then, oops, I didn't actually mean to build you a square there. A little off like this, but... I wonder if I can mine underneath. Well, I guess we'll find out at some point if it gets completed or not. Now what I could probably do is move this burner somewhere else so that they're all in the same area. Okay. So what I'm assuming is that... Actually, I could probably do it now, right? The mineral scanner? Find some ignis somewhere. Oh, there's some right there. Or inium. Below the surface. Ahaha! Does it say, what's to stop you from discovering it early? Now, I wonder... Okay. Let me put this here for a second and build myself a drone miner. I'm going to build 2. Oh, I still have the science packs in there. Let me dump what I've got and then cancel that. What I'm wondering about.
No more filling that biomass burner by hand for you. It's time to upgrade to the burner generator and dig up ignium ore for automated.
I bet you we got a
production.
quest for this soon. But
Let's power up our future.
what happens? That no mineable in range. Okay. That's my 30-minute timer. I should go and check to see if there might be some pizzaage. Oh, it's not as deep as I thought it might be. So, now what I'm curious about is technically there's a little bit that's exposed, right? Now what happens if I try to put down a drone miner? 3 blocks in range. Okay. So it is based on how much is exposed. It won't dig down on its own. Although, possibly as it digs through here, it might expose some side ones. Now, I don't feel like I need to go and reveal all of it. We can reveal more of it later on. But let's get at least a little bit. Well, there's also the possibility of a range limit, but that's not what it was there. Because it went from 0 to there being 3. So it clearly needs some of them to be uncovered. Now, if we try it. There you go. 16. Okay, so I need the character improvement and the burner actually to get to here. All right. Right. So let me plop down the second one. I don't know if we're gonna need it, but I figure what the heck, we're gonna get a bunch of these, and then what we need to do is construct a burner generator or more. 80% efficiency versus the 70. I wonder if we can put the biomass in the burner generator as well. Ooh, it is big. Change the color of my character. That's cool. Does this have a functional multiplayer already? Okay. So now, what we need to do is bootstrap the power so the miners start working. I can put bio stuff in here. Hey, hey! Pew, pew! So, that'll get this going. 1.8 megawatts. Okay, that is pretty good. How do we get to 1.4 gigawatts? I can't remember. What was the, how much power do they need in Back to the Future? I need to pronounce it gigawatts, which honestly was a perfectly cromulent pronunciation, and certainly one of the ways we could have gone with it. It was the scientific equivalent to the GIF versus GIF argument. 1.21. Thank you. I knew you nerds would know. I can always count on you. There's an excellent board game called Wits and Wagers. There's a few different variants of it. But what I like about it, so it's sort of a trivia kind of board game. right? When these like there's a question, you have to answer the question. But the inherent conceit of the game is that whatever the question is, it's inherently unknowable. It's something that people couldn't possibly guess, and the answer is always numeric. Again, there's a few different versions of this Wits and Wagers game. I'm mostly talking about the one that my parents have developed, and that I really enjoy. And the way it works is that each player, or you can run in teams as well, will have this little whiteboard, and so you'll be asked a question like, how many dogs are there in the United States? Sort of thing that basically isn't really something anyone is going to know off the top of their head. Everyone writes down their guess. And then you put all these guesses in the middle of the table. You order them in expanding numbers. And then, and here comes the interesting part, everyone then has a couple of chips that they can use to bet on the number that they think is most likely. And then whichever team bets on the answer that is closest without going over, Price is Right rules, gets points. You do get a bonus if your actual answer that you wrote down is the one that was the closest to being correct. Even if you didn't vote for yourself. Like if you doubted yourself later and were like, hold on, no, I think, Bob over here knows this better because he's an expert on dogs. And then you sort of vote on their answer. You can split your vote as well. You can I'll put some chips here and some chips here, hedge my bets kind of thing. So you do get a point if you are your actual answer was the closest, and then you also get points for wherever you voted. But what's nice about it is it doesn't give the same level of advantage to the smarty pants in the group that something like a Trivial Pursuit or something would go. And don't get me wrong, I often feel like I'm the smarty pants in the group for good or for ill. So I like it because it is this great equalizer of the game, and it has to do a lot more with sort of intuition and how good you are at making an educated guess. How did I start this? Oh, I remember. We're talking about Back to the Future. Anyway, so again, the central conceit of these are questions people couldn't possibly know the answer to. Anyway, last time we were playing it, the question comes up, how fast did the DeLorean have to go in Back to the Future to travel through time? I was like, and it just shocked me that they would put this question in here, because obviously everyone knows the answer. It's not even a game anymore. What's this? You're supposed to not be able to know, and the fun isn't guessing. Now, everyone knew that I would know the answer to that one, so ultimately everyone just voted for the thing I put down, and so everyone got... And I guess that's still kind of a great equalizer, because everyone got the same amount of points because everyone voted for my answer. I got one bonus one because the answer I wrote down was the correct one, but it wasn't a huge swing. Which is kind of interesting. If you do think that someone in your group almost certainly knows the answer, then you can just vote for what they write down. And it's like, all right, that kind of works. Should have converted to kilometers per hour. Oof. That would have been tricksy. Also, like with Price or Right, there's always an automatic, one available as an option, sort of built in. So if you think that everyone wrote down something that was too big, you can always just put your votes on the one. And if the one turns out to be correct, it is worth double, which is nice. All right, researching science packs 2, which is great. I think that was our current little goal from our robot as well. I suppose if I can just handcraft some more science packs here. I'm out of rods. I wonder if it'd be faster to just run and grab. No, it's probably faster to just eat them out of the machine. But we've got automated power stuff going on. What I can do, I suppose, is next time these burners run out, and I can go and trash them. I wonder if there's any way to I can destroy. I don't know if I get any of the material back. But yeah, if I'm unhappy with, holding on to a bunch of something that's just taking up place, that might be... No, okay, we can actually... Our inventory's in okay shape. Oh yeah, and then you guys aren't plugged into anything yet. Furlongs per micro Fortnite. So, what we need to do, we've got the balancers down. We need to figure out how to get them working. I think we've got that researched. Is there... All under structures. Okay. Here. We'll make like 20 of these, because I'm sure we're going to use tons as the game goes on. This is the level 1. Sure, fine. Hopefully the level 2 can like use the level 1s as an ingredient, so that as you replace them, you can just scale them up, recycle them. Oh, there's the door. I forgot that my timer went off, but I just heard the doorbell, so I guess my pizza's here. Let's get up, stretch. I'll be right back. What was that sound while I was gone? Oh, it's the research completing. Excellent. Explosives. Drill speed, inventory size, character crafting speed. Oh, logistics scanner. So probably I want it. Yes, this can be automated. Oh, it does need science packed 2s. Okay. Wonder if this affects the speed of the bots or just the hand drill. Decor. Lights. Oh, there's my lane 2 loader. You know what? That's going to be a good early research. Doors, signs, stairs, railings. Silly cosmetic stuff. Who cares about that? I don't need to make things pretty. All right, let's have a little slice while we wait for the ads to finish playing. Spicy Hawaiian pizza.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Hail chair.
Oh, there's some extra cheese on this one. It's really good. Oh man, this is better than usual. Same place, haven't changed anything. Just extra cheesy. Woo! Alright. Also spicy. I actually grabbed a piece that didn't have a jalapeno on it. They must have poured some extra jalapeno juice on there. I love the difference how Ava would play this. It'd be all about making it pretty and not killing trees. Yep. And I'm gonna pave the world. Did we see power cables already? It's not searchable, huh? It's like, I have no doubt that power cables exist. Steel making. Okay, but those need the blue science as well. Okay, I didn't see them as a glance. But I have no doubt that we're going to have some ability to transmit power. But maybe not. Maybe we just, you know, pave everything, connect the foundations up. So far, everything is interconnected. I don't remember if I still had a few science bits on me, so... Oh, we did. Okay, good. Deposit those. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's got the inventory slot for the science pack tube. It doesn't need it. I saw this in here, and I thought maybe my current science needed it, but no. Okay. Right. Balancers. I have built. I have built. I wonder if they need power. What I propose is I'm gonna go smash those. Huh. Can I snap it to the other side? No, I guess that'll have to do. Okay, it definitely seems to run without power. That's good. Oh, I need more conveyors. Okay. So now I'm thinking, actually, what we do is we dismantle a bunch of this. Because we're going to need more space for scaling. Right, we can't do the logistics containers yet. Can I? We had unlocked the science too, right? What do you need? We need to build conveyors, we need to build building blocks. Okay, yeah, we need so much shit. So much shit. Give me tons of those. Tons of those. Okay. I guess I won't tear this down right away, so it can keep passively making stuff a little bit. Let's kill a few more trees, just for fun. Oh, I do have logistics. Did I? Oh, there they are. Okay, good. Okay, and the second lane loader, that's going to make a huge difference. And I just want to be like, listen, just research whatever something you can research right now with our current level of tech. That would also be useful. Yeah, here. Let's get the drilling. Still in bootstrap phase, but eventually the bus. Alright. So, pave everything. That rock's gonna be in the way, isn't it? Oh! Okay, I kind of like that it builds around it and doesn't just say no. That I like a lot. Is it DSP that I would complain where, like, if something wasn't buildable, it wouldn't build any of it? I feel like that was the case. Alright. Pave the goddamn world. Okay. Getting some seeds, because we'll be using those later. So, okay, I will get rid of this stuff. It's actually removing. Oh, I should use the bulk one maybe. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna leave these science labs over here. Let's start. Actually, let's go ahead and do the Apparently we need more plates. Which makes sense, because I did consume a ton of them to make the blocks. A few more logistics engineers. Because what I want to do is I want to flow all of this. Sorry, not this side, but the other side. Oh, yeah, I guess what I need is the double long if I want to get this organized. There we are. Done. Well, build some more. And then we'll go looking for some more plates. So with this in mind, I go in here. Auto sort, which is a lovely button and more games need it. I wonder if there's a way when I'm putting it down to tell it that it should be an output instead of an intake. Because it's, I mean, I like these little buttons. They're cute. Right click? Hold right click. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Go talk to the robot.
We are making great progress. New exciting blueprints are coming up, exactly as the disaster protocol suggests. BB, any updates on the station? No, not yet. Okay, we'll follow the protocol and continue to expand until you have news for us.
Yeah, the world's cutest goddamn robot. Hell of a lot cuter than BB-8. Literally no task whatsoever. Just build shit. Alright. Can do. Ooh-wee. Can do. Okay. Get over here. Now, where's my box? Oh, panel. Interesting. Okay. Put you... Actually, not... Sorry, not there. I lied. Yeah, no, that's fine. Wait, one inward. Because then we can give you a loader. Oh, wait. Right mouse button. Huh. As default, I think it does try to automatically set as an output for the mining thing. Like if something only has one thing, it tries to do the right thing. And then if it's just something has more than one mode that it doesn't know which one, which... There. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. So yeah, the panel is just a display to show us what's in there. Cool. I can grab things and take things out. We can limit this. Good. What's the lock? Set amount of locks. Oh, okay. That's just a little icon for that. Okay. Good. No, very factorial. That's okay. I like that. And right, what we can do... Well, I still won't worry about hooking these up quite yet. Because there's no way we consume all of it currently. We will. And then we'll need more and more and more. But for now, we don't actually need those hooked up. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to set up a few assemblers. Let's say I set up a set of 4 to make electronic parts in large numbers. So I think I will pull back just a little to give us room to do other things. And I guess, actually, these loaders here, these boxes, can semi-act like balancers because they have multiple spots for outputs. I don't know if I need that many, but, I mean, we will. So the idea here is going to be, this is just starting a little bit of scaling up. Oh, I didn't need that there. Could have all gone around the back, I guess, but I don't know. So. wonder if there was a way to copy. Yes, use V. Oh! Oh! Okay. So, yeah, down in right here, there's a V for some sort of tablet. Copy target with settings. Ooh, copy target. Oh! Okay, so this is our Factorio mode. I wonder, do I even need V for it? I don't even need the V up. So just like Factorio, I can queue something, assuming I have one on me, to put it down. And was it Control? Control Q copies it with settings. So it's set up to make machine parts. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. See? Those are the tiny little UI things in here make games like this. So now what I want to do is take things out of their butts. Looking forward to that flying mode. Wait. Okay. No, they are facing the right way. I just kept seeing building. I'm like, hold on. Was I effing that up? But in the end, they got put down correctly. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So now, I wonder what kind of range I've got on this. Yeah, all right. Not bad. Okay. Much faster construction now with the Q mode. Okay, we're now loading our machine parts in here, so we got a nice buffer going on. Okay. Now, we are going to need more of these assemblers, which mostly means I need xenoferrite plates, which I can pick up over here. Control click. There we go. Control click. Pick that up very quickly. Nice. Okay. What kind of output does loaders have to fully saturated belt? It looks like, I think they did drain it at basically full speed into this. Now, we apparently could use more plate production at this point, which is actually making me think what I should have done is built more loaders. Yeah, it gives that satisfactory vibe, except I actually find this one satisfying. Now, admittedly, we're still in very early days, but it didn't take me very long to kind of get kind of frustrated with satisfactory. Now, again, I'm not saying that as a objective review of satisfactory. Many of my friends who I value their opinion extremely highly love satisfactory. It didn't work for me. We're just going to leave it there. And maybe when I revisit it one day, it will work for me. The UI stuff was a big part of it. Both user interface and, I don't know how to refer to the rest, but I remember, especially at the time, I was kind of frustrated in that it was very hard to tell what various smelters were producing and stuff without having to, like, actually go and click on things or what containers had. Now, there's still a little bit of that here because, like, I can't tell. From over here, I can't tell what those machines are making. So it's still, that aspect is still the same. Whereas, high-level Factorio view, you can get little icons on things, and it's different. And a big part of everything was just informed by how much I enjoy Factorio and what I do with it. We do need a second one of these bad boys. Another drone miner. sure. What I might want to do is limit the storage of this thing right now. Like so. Because it is currently consuming all of my Xenofaria plates. Now, eventually that would end when that thing filled up. But yeah. Okay, so... Oh, actually, I specifically need machine parts, which is one of the things that is using up our material, or demanding things over here. Okay, there we go. Second drone miner. Good. And yeah, I saw that you could research signs, and that's going to be quite cool, I think, and useful for organizing. Heck, even in Planet Crafter, I'm using some signs. Oh, I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. I'm just gonna put it here for now. I'm assuming we're gonna have to move this later because it's not occupying the full block. And maybe I could put it like in the middle of the screen, middle of the mining thing right now. But I'm just gonna go and do this. And I sure do love just being able to queue things. Oh! Like, it doesn't look like it's working. There we go. It wasn't powered. I don't know if there was a clear indicator of it not being powered, actually. I don't think there was. It just wasn't animating, and this thing was filling up. Yeah, all the robots are ridiculously adorable. I'm not entirely sure why. That's this guy making row row. Alright. So, more ore being made. It's interesting that this... I wonder if they drop it in a chunk. I'm like, why was this so full of things? But yeah, they do sort of unload in a chunk. I'm not getting a sense of this number going up, though. Yeah, I don't think it's backlogging. Yeah, it's draining out perfectly fine. There it is. Okay, sometimes maybe more than one of the bots comes back at the same time. It's got a bit of a backlog, but it seems to be flowing out just fine. And then ditto over here. Yeah, our plate output is fully saturated here, but I don't think it's oversaturated. They implied that 8 smelters was exactly right for our belt speed. We could probably look and see, like, 160 items per minute. And I know that when we... metallurgy over here... yeah, there's probably, you start doing your factorial math for figuring things. But I'm going to take it on faith that these 8 smelters are perfectly consuming and fulfilling 1 belt, which is then being drained pretty quickly over here, but that's okay. Again, at some point, this is full, so they must just be filling their internal storage right now. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Since these things do have internal storage, I guess I don't need this bin so much. Smelter said be 20 minute. There we go. Oh yeah, actually, where does it... Where did it say it was 20 a minute? That's on the display? Oh, right there. 20/M, right there. There you go. So yeah, that makes sense. 8 of them, 160. The math checks out. Okay. Now, we can now make a frack ton more science modules. Now, does these consume the science at a fixed rate? In Factorio, things aren't a fixed rate, and I think it's the same situation here. I think this is 15 seconds per consumption time, but this will change. These things have... it might literally just be based on their input materials. Oh, I can't look at these because they're already done. No, 20, 15, yeah. So even though these are both using Science 1s and 2s, they have different processing rates. So we can't necessarily target a fixed number to fully saturate these things at all. But let's assume, let's think about the fastest rate, which seems to be about 15 seconds per consumption. So we want to produce 1 science pack per 15 seconds, let's say. And let's assume we're going to create our science packs over here. We'll do, say this one will be for science pack 1, and then we can assume with some amount of spacing over here, we're going to do science packs 2, which have a much more complicated input, but we'll get to that in a second. So if we want to go and produce these, it takes 30 seconds to build one. So we need 2 of these assembled. Our rate of 15. Now, not everything is as slow as 15 seconds. In fact, it seems like most things are longer. But I was going to say, 2 of these will feed into one of these science labs. I currently have 2 science labs, although I've got the ability, I've got some more in my pocket, right? Yeah, I've got a 3rd one over there. So let's build 6 of these. I wonder, when I copy it, does it copy the inserters as well? I think the answer to that is no. This is going to be the output side. Okay, this is currently in mode output. Good. I want to run the inputs over here, or I think I'm going to have to because I already have this. Although this could be moved. Actually, that will be moved. I think I'm just going to run both inputs on this side. Yeah. Shift F. All the way back to here. And like that. Okay, and then these electronic parts, let's route them out to here. Try to leave some space in on the inside of our base area. There. Good. And you are an output. Okay. When this reaches over here, you're going to start making science. Those are all the assemblers I have currently, but that's all right. Ooh, you had a backlog. Perfect. Fun fact, on the PS2, 1x may not return x, or 1 times x may not return x, but x times 1 always returns x? Wait, is this like a programming quirk? I'm used to hearing about this sort of thing about, like, that doesn't go there. JavaScript. Quirk of the PS2 GPU. I mean, I'm assuming this still has to do with floating point math as opposed to integer stuff. All right. Y'all are making science packs. And now you need to poop them out. No, maybe so. Yep, you are producing. Good. Okay. It's still slow as all heck. Need you to settings, please. Thank you. Okay. Science automation is a go. Now, just for the tier 1 science. This one here is going to want tier 2. Is that per minute? So it makes 2 per minute? Hold on, was I inverting some of our math? I might have been. Yeah, okay, 2 per minute. Right, production time was 30 seconds, which is 2 per minute. Okay, good. So I could load balance the science, but no, I think we'd want 2 conveyors and then do the extra grab. Okay. So what we need, well, first of all, what we need is a crap ton more of these assemblers. Now, I don't have electronic component creation automated yet, which I'm sure we're going to want. Well, actually, we may even need it for this. It's possible that conveyors... No, none of these need electronic components, so I don't actually have to worry about that. Apparently, our electrical grid is currently strained. Well, we're not making anything more in the biomass burners, which I think is fine, because their efficiency is crap. So I will actually go and remove those. I can still load biomass into the just burners, which have an 80% efficiency instead of 70%. So the thing to do might be to just go and build one more burner. And if I'm going to do that, I may as well build it over here. Oh, I might not have the material for it. Yeah. We might have a backlog of rods over here that'll be easy to pick up. Suspect we do. That is indeed the case. Bunch, so we don't have to worry about that for a little bit. Are there vehicles in the game at this point? That's a great question. Maybe someone can answer that for you. I sure as heck can't. Close. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and build a couple more burners. Someone said something about that and it sounded pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if you build over the ores or if the drones will still mine it. I suspect not if it's covered, actually, unless they can drill sideways, which we'll sort of maybe see with this area before any others. Go away, tree. Oh my god. Trees are evil. I keep trying to tell you guys this. Alright. Plonk. Plonk. First of all, I'm gonna dump some biomass in there. We have tons on us. Currently nothing we want to do with it. And then we're on back. Death of trees. No, the resource nodes definitely seem to get used up. Which is going to force us to, you know, expand and go look for more things. We do have a nice map. Look at this. Or we can take a look at our construction a little bit. Quite nice. Unknown resources. Oh, and there too. And there. And igneous or unreachable, question mark. Maybe because it's in the water? Increase mining force resource level to gain access to unreachable resources. Ooh. I wonder... Oh, xenoferrite ore unreachable. I wonder if this will allow my drones to just, like, delve into the earth. right, so yeah, they're not consuming the ignum or whatever it's called currently, because we did just feed some biomass in there. But that's okay. It's clearing a little bit of my inventory space from the biomass. And so I'm thinking I'm going to go and destroy these biomass burners. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe they're good for like ad hoc power somewhere. I'll just leave it there. But yeah, the grid, we're using up less than half of our capacity, so that seems pretty nice. Okay. You need to build down. Before you go, power the loads? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I did load biomass into these. And yeah, we are, once the biomass runs out, they'll start to feed the coal into there. That's going to be okay. All right. Oh, power the loaders. Right. So again, I think that is one little glitch in the thing. I guess it does have a little bit on the sign, but I think I need like a giant like flashing lightning bolt above them when they're unpowered. Because otherwise I am not going to see that most of the time. But yeah, they're all powered now. Good. Okay. Whee. I don't even know if the drones do the little surface blocks over here at any point, or they're really meant to just be manually mined. All right, yeah, science is still slowly being produced. Mining speed is about to kick in, which is fine. This will need to be moved. Yeah. Because what we're gonna want, we need more conveyors. Let me leave a double gap, but the plan will be something like this for spacing. Which puts this, say, in line with this one. One back, so we can have a loader on there to unload this. Okay. So again, this thing is going to be producing the science packs 2s. Now I could manually load some stuff in there, but I can also just make the science packs myself, so not much point in doing that. It will be quite convenient to have some machines make conveyor belts and building blocks for me. So the building blocks also just need these ferrite plates. I think what I might do is make some ferrite plate production over here. I think this middle is going to get... Yeah, there's not enough room, really. Oh, yeah, no active research. I don't know how much... I guess this stuff over here, I was going to say, I don't know how much is left that only consumes the basics. Here, we'll go through this stuff over here. Yeah, again, these things act like a sort of balancer for us. Look on the bottom left of the research screen. The little blue-red dots show what things need. Oh yeah, I can just go here instead of going through the freaking tree. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's really handy. Here. We haven't run out of inventory size, but you know what? We'll do that first. So I don't know if I need this area. What I'll do is fill in section over here. Yeah, the research screen definitely inspired by Factorio. To me, that's not a bad thing. Alright, so again, what we'll do is, let's assume, since this is an output over here, we'll assume we're going to have another output going this way. We'll leave a double gap, just so that we've got room to walk and maybe stick something else in there afterwards. line with this machine. We'll go right there. Okay. So for you... Oh, you need technium rods as well. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was just looking at this, and I'd already forgotten. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I clicked on the grid stats over here. Yep. I didn't really look at it, see which buildings draw power. Clearly the smelters draw the most, which makes sense. Well, the research servers also draw a lot, but we don't have that many of them. Yeah, we are splitting technium. Like, we can get technium rods over here just fine. I was just trying to think, like, do I want to build this somewhere else so I don't have to drag the rods quite as far? On the other hand, we're right next to the plates, which we need. I think this is probably okay. Although, as we get ready to build, well, those are the foundation blocks, but they're the conveyor belts. Turns out we do need more of this stuff. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag this to here. And then it's going to run that away. But then what we need to do is feed in technium rods. This. Now, could have taken things off the splitter a different way, but you know what? It's fine. And actually, let's go. This will look kind of fun. Let's build a little curly here. This is using some more conveyor. Ah, you can't go through there? Hang on. I was gonna say it's using more conveyor belts than we certainly need, but it looks kind of cute. There it is. Who doesn't love a little curly Q turnaround? We might need technium rods for something else, which might mean we'll end up with another balancer here, but we can go and insert that afterwards. Let the spaghetti begin. Yes. Is there a black hole in this game? Because I'm seeing some spaghettification. All right. So, what we want now is we want a regular loader. Yeah. And a double loader. Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't know how much of this we need. I'm sorry, is that making 120 per minute? So this is going to saturate 2/3 of a conveyor belt by itself. That's a lot. Wow. I mean, this is something that we need massive amounts of, as we can see just even now, consuming that to fill this area in. I think I will build a second one, though. And then we're going to feed this into a logistics box right here. Again, because... Hey, inventory size is up. Because, I mean, these do act, you know, they are containers that we can loot. Now, I think we are going to want to be able to grab huge, vast amount of this shit. Can't have enough of those, yeah. Like, the only thing is right now, we're limited by how many we can throw on one belt. That's our limiting factor. Because these two, by themselves, are going to produce more than can fit on one belt. Now, they could each have their own dedicated output, yada, yada, yada. But for now, we'll do this. And then, yeah, we can just come by and fill it and grab it from time to time. But then we will work on an output for this as well. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna put shit all over here, so that's fine. Not enough loaders in inventory. Yeah, we're gonna do Underlords today. Okay, I think that might still be the plan. Okay. What are the two things you need? The blocks and the conveyors. Right. Yeah, so we are going to do some multiplayer Dota Underlords for the multiplayer portion of the stream. It is free. Get it downloaded ahead of time. Even if you never played it before, you know what? That'll be great because it'll be easier to beat you up. I mean, you'll get an opportunity to learn. It's a very easy and forgiving game. It's like Super Auto Pets, but even better. Oh, you need to flow the other way around. Right, you need to slope up. Kind of wish it was right-click to just toggle. I can see why they built the user interface this way, though, because some modes probably have lots of stuff going on. Oops. You know what I could do? It's a crazy idea, but I could actually, like, line things up. You know? I know. Sometimes I come up with the most bizarre concepts. We could actually have the conveyors line up with one another. Oh, I literally don't have enough. All right. Well, I'm assuming this is the stuff I don't have enough of. Just rotate between options quickly. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. If you right click, tap right click, it just cycles. Hold right click, get the pop-up menu. And you know what? I'm willing to bet there's going to be an update at some point that does exactly that. Because I know I'm like the most brilliant critique of all video games ever, but maybe, just maybe, the idea will occur to someone else as well as they play this game. I know it's a stretch. Not anyone's as just incredibly intelligent, but it might be possible that someone else comes up with a similar idea. X have 5 options. You can still cycle between them. And yeah, for those where it's like, as a player, you're like, okay, whacking the right click a bunch of times to cycle isn't very helpful. You can just still hold the right click to get the menu. We are going to have to scale up this plate stuff already, but, well, I mean, again, part of it is because it is generating like a huge backlog of some of these objects. So are we out of this? I think we are. So what we should do is pick up these because we're using some of the material to craft some of these by hands, which makes no sense. Yeah, I know research going on. Part of it is like, well, we don't know if we've got the stuff for it or whatever, but let's bling some on. One of the mods a lot of people like to use in RimWorld is an auto research mod that just queues up the next thing automatically. It has a relatively sensible order in there anyway, but mostly just like if it literally just picks like you just pick first thing in the list that isn't researched, right? Starting with the stuff that needs the least research material. Go. It would be fine. Sometimes you might be like, oh, you know what? I want to prioritize this instead of that first. But like mostly it's just just keep researching. It's fine. Okay, so you're running out through there. Oh, here's where people were talking about leaving a gap that I didn't do, right? Okay. I thought you were talking about another place. I'm like, I don't know what people are talking about. Oh yeah, and I forget this is not a drag. It's a click. Release. Done. Grab this. Oh, I didn't realize I ripped out the foundation at the same time. I would like to be able to, like, almost override an existing one of these to do the rotate. I don't know if there's a way to change the rotation of it. In Factorio, if I'm mousing over a conveyor, I can hit R to rotate it at that point. Yeah, it's not going to rotate there because that might not be what you want. That's sort of semi-legit. But yeah, it looks like once it's put it down, there's not a super convenient place to override the behavior. That might not be true. That's sort of how it feels like. Can we drag backwards? Maybe. There might be something. Certainly not obvious. Right, and then for some reason, someone went and deleted all these foundations. So I may as well fill in this gap. Okay. All right. They're starting to pull that in. We still need to feed you with conveyor belts. And what kind of inputs did the conveyor belt need? So the plates and machine parts. Machine parts are being produced and stored over there. I think what I'll probably do, yeah, we're definitely stretching our plate production, is I'm thinking I might just make the conveyor thing out a little further out this way. Yeah, that's why we have the robot around, so we can blame it for mistakes. So it obviously couldn't be us. We never make mistakes. Just like how Twitch chat never says anything that's wrong. Yeah, so what we'll do here is throw a balancer down. Oops, wrong button. I need to F it. F this, F that. I feel like F was a key I used a bunch in DSP too, wasn't it? Because didn't I used to say that all the time? F this, F that. I feel like that's true. That feels very similar to the sound of my Streamlabs when there's a raid that is happening. So every time I hear the bloop, I assume it's a raid, and it doesn't. In my head, it's not. Oh, research complete. Okay. So yeah, we got the Techium input here, which we don't need. So what I'm planning on doing, that's going to be our output. Our output line over here. Line up with this. Whoa. A little tricky. Alright. That's our output. And your job is going to be to make conveyors. You're gonna need. Oh, I have no building blocks. I don't suppose you've got a bunch sitting around in here, do you? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put a limit on this because I think we are just gonna want a ridiculous amount of building blocks. Okay, so now. Conveyor belts. Come to over here. Good. But then the other thing this needs are the electronic parts, or the machine parts, whatever they're called, which are being produced and then stored over here. And then spit out this way. But I think what I'll do is I'll make another output there. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to bridge over this properly. Let's find out. Can I have it feed directly into conveyor? No, I can do that. No, okay. That's not going to work. Bulk F. Yeah, we didn't tear out the foundation this time. Good. Spaghetti. So good and delicious. All right. So I want to bring you over here. And we're going to need this. I do kind of wish we had Factorio's underground belts right about now. Or DSP's little mechanic where it automatically ramps things for you. Manually do belts on the ground. I mean, that's true. But we still have to deal with these things, yeah? And then down that way. And like so. All right. We can lie to ourselves and pretend that we're going to organize things better and cleaner later. But I think at this point, we know better. At least for the starter base. Okay. Beltage is a go. Now, you produce 40 per minute, which means we can have 4 of these to fully saturate one output belt. And then again, I'm going to want this to go into a logistics container just so that I have a convenient place to grab a whole crap load of them. You know what? I'm going to have you go under to here. It's going to be fine. And then there. Oh. There? Okay. It's going to be an output. And we need to get you here-ish. Oh, with some amount of irony, I need some conveyor belts. But yeah, these guys don't have their input set yet either. Maybe I should work on that first. Boom, 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 and boom. Been playing this for some time now. I ask what this game does better than Factorio, if anything 3D dimension. Well, I mean, I've been playing it for 2.5 hours, and this is still the super early phases. So here's the thing. Here's why I really like Factorio. Factorio really gives you the sense of building at very large and expansive scales very quickly. It makes you feel like you're building a large logistics operation. The top view, the sort of scale, the speed at which you scale up definitely outstrips anything that you're going to do in the sort of first-person 3D mode. What the first-person 3D mode does in games like this, and that other game, Theft Factory, is it gives you a greater sense, perhaps, of immersion, right? Because you can walk amongst your factories. And you can also deal with things in the third dimension. Now, DSP sort of is a halfway ground between the two, because in Dyson Sphere, because of the sort of zoomed out third person view, you can get the sense of, I would say, expansive scale that you get in Factorio, but you also get a little bit more of a sense of immersion in the way that your character moves around in the 3D space, and the fact that you can build some things vertically. Also, this game does do cuteness pretty well. And the big ultimate thing will be, like, just sort of, is it just yet another game? Do you like factory games, but you're like, you know what? I've put 1,000 hours into Factorio at this point, and I just want something that is different. Not necessarily better, just different. Mix up the strategy, the formula, right? It's like if all you've played your entire life is Quake, which is a wonderful and amazing game, maybe at some point you'll dabble into Counter-Strike. Just, like, you can't say that one is better than the other. They are just different. Okay, so are these working? The answer is no. Oh, I think, yeah, we don't have enough of these metal plates going on. So they would be working. It's a limitation of the raw material. Now, again, as some of these production lines might fill up and then generate backflow. I mean, each one of these machines stores a lot. One of the differences here, I'm going to say, between this and Factorio. In Factorio, the machines by default don't hold as much output, I think. Well, somewhat. But yeah, I think what we need to do is, like, double up on our plate smelting. That would be the next step. But let me go and finish this anyway. Because it is producing, just not at full tilt necessarily. And yeah, it is here. Yeah, I really wish we had a right-click toggle thing. Maybe I'll just leave it up. There you go. Whee! Science Pack 2 production is a go. The big thing I'm getting from this is kind of a desire to play DSP again. Partially because we haven't played it since the update. And, you know, it would be nice to revisit it when we're talking about things again. But I did end up really enjoying it. The automation there started feeling very satisfying. I think as a drones and bots and things like that. I think it's the same thing in Factorio. I like the early stages of Factorio fine, but oh, I didn't actually construct. But I really love it once you start getting bots. Which makes sense, because the whole appeal to it is the fact that you're automating things, right? And that's cool. Are we making Fair Steel some? We are. They actually are being delivered right over here. Good point. I could have just grabbed a bunch. Oh, actually, they're not even being loaded into this machine yet. So lazy. I'd rather... because I knew the double length conveyor was here, or loader. I'd rather go here and hit Q than open my inventory and like look through it to find shit. All right, Science 2 is now being produced, although conveyor 2's decor. It's like I don't know what our priority might be. Office furniture. I'm assuming it's just cosmetics, but with great irony, I'm making the Science 2, but not actually progressing through it. I don't. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start working on the steel making. Xenoferrite ignium ore blend, steel beams, crushers. Oh, I don't actually have the pickup. Actually, since we do have the backlog of Tech 1, let's go ahead and just do some random Tech 1 here for a sec. And that way we can accumulate a little backlog of the Science 2. Although we're only making from the one place right now. But I think the same idea is I'm going to get 4 of these. Click it. Copy the recipe. Always the plates. Of those. Hey! Do you have the outputs? You do. Okay. So in theory, see a red bar on all of them? Good. In theory, we are now producing some amount of Science Level 2. Ladder's just finished. Again, this is not a raid quill. New light poles. And we may as well let a backlog of Tech 2s be produced and be ready to go. I wonder if this game had logistic bots so you don't have to constantly steel plate. And it might be. Now, I'm assuming we're actually getting up. We got a backlog of science containers developing in these. And I don't know if there's a way to prevent that from happening. Because at some point, it's going to represent a lot of our material wealth is going to be sitting in these assemblers. Because presumably, you know, if we're not consuming the science quick enough, I mean, we could build more science labs, but it's going to be limited to how much Science 2 we have and things, right? It's going to be sitting here with like 100 or 200 units of science and a couple hundred probably of all the inputs. It might not grab more inputs. Actually, it doesn't look like it does. Okay, it does limit how many inputs it stockpiles inside, but the outputs will fill up, and it will represent a lot of shit just sitting around. I mean, we could shut one down, but the idea is to like be nice to not have to micromanage that, just to reduce consumption. I mean, at some point the backlog fills up and it stops producing things, but a lot of there will be a lot of material accumulated in there. I don't have a new mission for nope. Alright. I mean, maybe we're out of, like, the quest chain at this point. All they talked about scaling up, but I'm betting at some point something will trigger. Yeah, I think, given our current situation, what we're going to want to do is just to get our plate... Oh! As I freaking talk about it, look who just got a quest marker. No, oh my god. Okay. Here's what we need to do. Move this stupid thing. lights!
Are you feeling a little spooked when it's dark?
Not really.
No worries, BB. We can create some light poles to brighten up our nights.
Yeah, what I'm feeling is a lack of steel plates. That's what I'm feeling. I mean, did you actually give me a quest for it? And I hate that the quest, like, there's not an on-screen quest marker from this. 5 light poles. Sure.
Are you feeling a little spooked when it's dark? No worries, BB. We can create some light poles to brighten up our nights.
I need xenoferrite plates so that I can craft more xenoferrite plates. Yo, dog. Okay, I can just hold E. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll be able to feed in more from here. That's our distribution hub, which is going to be great. Boom, boom. Okay. We'll just do those two. These guys will charge and pop out. And then, oh yeah, I need the smelters too. Do I have any still left? No. Okay. Smelter's small. Of course, I don't have enough plates, because why would I? How's it going, everyone? You would recommend buffering some plates in the storage only for stealing. My God! What a crazy idea! Maybe I should do that. Oh, right. It's always empty because it's being consumed super fast. But that is the idea. The idea is the hope that plates are going to go in here, but we need a backlog for that to start to occur. I mean, in theory, if we had a backlog, they'd even buffer themselves in these things, but yeah, we're just consuming the plates as quick as they're being produced. Do. If I could tell those chests to always maintain like a couple of stacks, that would be kind of interesting. Although that's not even something that they do in Factorio. I mean, you could sort of with like a logic system and things, but pain that no one's gonna do. Because that would be kind of interesting, right? So I always keep a couple of these. Like I can lock to prevent them from filling. But I don't know if there's another one. So there'd always be a couple of stacks waiting for it, and it would only start outputting if it was more than that. And maybe there will be a logistics thing for that later in here as well. I don't know. So let's have them go kind of back to back. Yeah. Now, in theory, although we're not really seeing evidence of that right now, in theory, these things... Are you not getting your ore quickly enough? Hang on a sec. You aren't. Yield last minute, 60. Oh, shit, we need a third one of these to fully saturate the input. So that's thing number 1, which I didn't realize. Yeah, I thought that they described it, you could do 4 smelters per, so I assumed with 8... we'd have 2, but yeah, we need a third, or maybe a 4th for some overflow. Mining speed slows down as drones have to travel further. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm still gonna want to double up on our production. So, let's do 2 more on this side, and then 2 more for the other side as well. These things don't have an input. Oh, it must have been locked on input mode instead of automatic mode. Okay. But you guys will make sure there's a steady thing of that. And there's going to be some overproduction, although this might start to go down later as there's more transport. But making sure that there's a full saturation is more important than getting full efficiency out of those. Okay, so that's thing number 1. Thing number 2. Dr. Seuss thing. Is we'll get that. I'm not going to have the outputs on this side so we don't cover up any mining just in case it's a problem. Although, hey, look, I'm going to need some more fracking belts. Right, so. Plates. Ore. I know the belts don't have to run on this, but you know what? Why not? Alright. Oh, you're not actually aligned. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I know we're doing the foundation and the assemblers. I could run over there and grab things. But nope. Oh, I didn't have the regular lotus yet. Okay, that's fine. Which we do need over here. There we go. Okay. Belts. What happens if you remove the end of a conveyor belt? The things fall on the ground. No, they do. They just stop. I'm not going to put that in the box right now. Things will stockpile over here. Means I'll be able to grab from it, which is fine. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Mod for that, in fact, or for what? Things falling on the ground? Boy, I would hate that. That sounds terrible. Why would anyone do that? I'm assuming you're talking about something else, but I'm just gonna pretend that you came up with that someone came up with the worst possible idea of any game ever. Wait, it is about things falling off the belt? But why? That's horrid. Yeah, thanks, I hate it. Exactly. Interesting. You can't do the control Q, the copy with settings on the target, which, I mean, this doesn't have any settings. So it sort of makes sense, but it also seems dumb. Like, why wouldn't you still let me copy it? Like, there's no settings to copy, but you may as well let the control Q work, right? I don't know. Seems weird. How's our power? Oh yeah, only about halfway. I mean, it's fluctuating. But nope, we're good. A little crowded here, but that's okay. Literally had nightmares about overflowing conveyor belts. Oh wait, do they overflow if they actually are just being overproduced or just non-terminated? Because if they overflow on like overproduction, that actually would be the worst. Like, oh, you're not consuming your plates quickly enough. Whoa, everything's gonna start falling apart. I mean, theoretically, your inserters are smart enough to not just keep spewing things, but okay, that is 5. So we need 3 more smelters. 1, 2, 3. Extra challenge, aka stress/brain crash. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Now, we might still not end up the stockpile over here because we're still emptying a fair bit. Because, like, we have 2 inputs and 2 outputs. So in theory, if all the outputs are being still completely consumed, then this won't fill up. But it is going to add to our... Eventually, these things are going to backlog into something else. In the meantime, I can just do this real quick. At least there's a higher density here, so... faster. Okay. And now... Well, actually, these aren't even being fully saturated yet, but that's going to be the next bit. So... Clang, 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 clang. That's the sound of loaders, by the way. They blang. When a mod advertises it gets worse, you know what their selling point is? Wait. It just reminds me of playing with Bobs and Angels. That one playthrough that possibly drove me completely insane. Okay. Look at this little setup. Look at that. Technically, they're sort of... I don't know, they're rotationally symmetrical, I suppose. Yeah, in theory, you guys are now kind of emptying as quickly as you're producing. I understand you might enjoy the Crestorio mod. Yeah, people keep mentioning that word. I have to take a look. This is splitting here, like we could have more, but in theory, at some point, these things will fill up and backlog. All right. You set the outputs of the second minor area. Oh, nope, thank you. That's right, because I didn't have enough of these for a little bit. Crestorio adds only a small amount of complexity. I might also be lying. Oh. So you actually are looking to hurt me. I see how it is. There we go. Okay. Now those are being outputted properly. Into here. Keeping this fully saturated. And in theory, we're mining faster than we can fill those belts right now, but the efficiency might go down. As people pointed out, if the bots have to travel a little bit more, so that's going to be A-okay. Oh, look at all the Science 2 ready to go as well. That's great. All right. You want me to build some lights, huh? There's a decor. There you go. Let's put down 4 lights. I know the quest says 5, but there are only going to be 4 lights. There, 4 lights. All right, where's that stupid robot? That stupid, utterly adorable robot.
Oh yes, you've illuminated my perspective. Things are looking exceptionally bright around here.
I guess I could set up some more mining over at the other spot too, because I just have, I think, the 2 miners for the 8 smelters. Actually, not all the smelters are hooked up over here. We hadn't needed it yet, but I think we are starting to consume these rods a little bit more. Actually, we only have 1 miner operating here, so we need to rectify that. Although we're going to need some more raw material for it as well. At the very least, let's get these smelters hooked up. Yes, it is multiplayer time. Let's just do a tiny scooch more. I have to say, I think, okay, I mean, this just came out in early access not that long ago. Now, I think that we can't use early access as a crutch or an excuse for things that are flat out broken. Right? I'm talking about Kerbal Space Program 2, for example. Or for things, once things have been out in early access for an extended amount of period of time, I also think it's kind of legitimate to criticize certain basic issues like broken user interface. Satisfactory. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Man, I haven't played in a bit, but when I did play Satisfactory on stream, it had been in early access for like, what, 2-3 years? And had some basic ass user interface shit completely broken. I promised I wouldn't talk about it. I'm fine. Is everyone okay? Everyone's good, right? We're cool. We're relaxed. I think this holds a lot of promise. We haven't run into anything broken. We got a couple of little, like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if the, like, UI or a couple of buttons worked like this or like that? This seems like a really solid early access release. Now, a big part of the thing with these factory buildings games are, what is it like as you continue to progress into the late game? You know, we want to build big, giant automated factories. How satisfying is that as we continue to push through the game? And we're not in a position to answer that question currently because we're nowhere near that sort of late game. But so far, the building has felt fairly satisfying. There's kind of an obscene amount of little cuteness, like the machines. Their design feels very friendly, but not. It doesn't feel like the game's talking down to us. It doesn't feel like it's a dumb game. The game feels pretty smart. I need electronic components, which actually I bet you the problem is we don't have these. That's not the most convenient. We still don't have any electronic components being made. We only have the mechanical ones. I love my little loopy-loop over here. Perfect. 3 more of those. I know it says it doesn't have the crafting material because that's as I right-clicked and therefore it was trying to build 5. And there wasn't enough of that. That's okay. I only need 3 more. Actually, maybe I'll build it here. Yeah, actually, that makes some sense. So we're gonna do a little spaghetti work over here. then we'll go and play some Underlords. I'm gonna whoop you all. Okay, I think I do want it here. I think I do want the robots closer to the mining sites, even though it's going to lead to a slightly more awkward little output. But we're not doing much in this area, so the little spaghetti is much less problematic. There. PD. There. Good. So, 4 things of miners feeding into 8 smelters, all of which are hooked up. Yes. All of their outputs are hooked up. I don't see anything coming out of you. You're waiting for an item. Okay, yeah, just had to flow down here. Because these things are greedy. They'll take a few rounds of production work. Looks like 4 or 5 rounds of production work, which I think Factorio picks up enough stuff for 4 cycles. They might have followed a similar recipe here. But there you go. Now all these are going to be producing. Their inputs should be fully saturated with a little bit extra just to make sure they're always fully saturated. In theory. Oh, they don't stack perfectly. Look, there's a little micro gap over there. And the same thing can happen in Factorio. You're used to. I think at some point they did change the belt logic, so we might not be getting 100% saturation here because of the side loading, because of the way the gaps come out of this. Which I guess the solution for this actually, hold on. Yeah. Is to not load there, and probably do something similar to what we do in Factorio, where, what does that look like? Yeah, I suspect this is going to be a lot more consistent. Does clearly prefer this side, but that doesn't matter. At some point, this little backlog is going to, there it is, do that, and now we'll be picking from both belts in a good way. We could feed them into a balancer as well, but I don't think that's going to be necessary in this particular thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a third-person mode maybe sometimes, because it is a little close and tight, although you might be able to close the field of view. But yeah, in these areas, like, it's sort of tight, right? Like, be in here and try to figure some things out. I think for my factory building games, I will, as a general rule, prefer the top-down view of something like Factorio, or the fairly zoomed-out third-person view of DSP. Also makes it a lot easier to plan. Yeah, no, we've scaled things up well here. I don't know when we get our next quest. Presumably, I'm betting there's going to be something that comes up after we complete basic steel making. That wouldn't surprise me at all, at all, at all. How's our power grid? Woo! All right, now we're starting to get a little close there. We'll probably want to pick up some stuff, make another burner generator, and add that in. It also might be possible that we're not actually mining coal quickly enough, so our burners might not be operating at full pin. That's always the other possibility for our generators. But we're going to wrap up the foundry here. If you were here just for the foundry, hey, that's fine. I appreciate you very much. But the plan is we're going to move to a little multiplayer with Dota Underlords. Again, hopefully people have downloaded. It's not a big download. It's free. It's a dead game. Oh, the game is so dead. It's been dead for 4 years now. Still tons of people playing it. Still easy to find a game, which I appreciate so much. So hopefully we've got enough people to fill a game here in chat. We can always throw in a few bots, though, to make sure that works out. So yeah, okay. Clearly we're mining quickly enough. That's not the issue. So yeah, what we'd be looking to do is put down an extra burner over here. I mean, we're not out of power, but it's getting a little tight. Yeah, getting a little tight. It's a zombie game, dead but still moving. Yeah, there are a few like that. Has Blizzard put out an update for Heroes of the Storm out in, like, years? I mean, maybe other than, like, some bug fixes or something like that. I think they still earn money from microtransactions, so they're incentivized to make sure it doesn't bug out, but I don't know if they've done anything else. Yeah, dead for years. They haven't had anything else. Which is a shame, because I really like Heroes of the Storm. I like that they took a different direction with the MOBAs. Anyway, yeah. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a switch over right now to Dota Underlords. So, I will save the game. I mean, it's been auto-saving, but live stream 01. And again, if you're not staying for the Underlords, that's fine. Our next live stream is on Monday. We're going to go back to Terra Invicta. Do we play more of this next week?